to the Temple of Tarot, Astrology, and Yoga. My name is Ava, and I'm going to be your oracle for the month of March 2026. This is relevant to you if your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising sign is Leo. You're the last sign I'm doing this month, Leo, and you'll be the first one next month. Thank you for being here, for participating, for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And if you're able to support the channel through donations or through procuring a private and personal reading, there's links below, and I do appreciate the support that you give me. I live out here off-grid on the big island of Hawaii. I'm about a quarter mile from the ocean as the crow flies over this jungle right in front of my cabin. So I'm very isolated, and there's a little town called Pahoa not far from here where I may be reading two days a week at a little shop called the Mystical Closet, and they have a little garden in the back, and I'm going to try to recreate that garden area into what I'll call the Mystical Tarot Garden, and maybe twice a week I'll be able to read one-on-one, which I haven't done in 30 odd years, maybe more. When I lived on Maui, that's what I used to do, is I read in a little booth off Front Street called the Tarot Patch. Very cute little place. So I digress. I just want you to know that I try my best to upload every day a reading, but sometimes due to the weather, lack of sun, believe it or not, here in Hawaii, when there's a storm, there's usually, especially on the big island here, there's a lot of clouds and rain, and we don't get that much solar energy. So forgive me for that. This is a very special month coming up for you, Leo. Very powerful month, because we have Mars, planet representing ambition, drive, aggressive, forward-moving catalyst in your 8th house of Pisces. 8th house is a house ruled by Scorpio, a very intense sign. And there are a few words that describe the nature of the energy, and that these words are death, sex, taxes, partnerships, shared resources. So with death, the word means a conclusion, an ending. Something is finished. It could be in the realm of finances, in the realm of a partnership, or it could be literally the death of someone, which then may lead to an inheritance. So the house is also about inheritance, small or large. With Mars here, it could be quite substantial. Now the word sex refers to passion, reproduction, a drive towards intimacy. So that could be triggered in some way this month for you. Partnerships. partnerships, meaning business or romantic partnerships. With Mars here, again, this is impassioned partnerships. Something occurs within a partnership that intensifies the energy in one way or another, leading to either a deepening of that relationship or a excavation of it, a sort of a deep, intense look into the partnership. Shared resources, joint financial responsibilities. So these are the kinds of things that will be highlighted energetically. Now, Venus, a very opposite kind of energy, an energy that is harmonic, peaceful, loving, and gentle. Moving into your 9th house of higher learning and international travel, or travel to a place that is unfamiliar, a longing for an adventure, a longing to broaden your either terrestrial, spiritual, or intellectual horizons. So it might involve higher education, or being self-motivated to learn, to acquire knowledge. And maybe you need to travel for that knowledge, or you acquire the knowledge while you're traveling, or the place that you go brings you greater wisdom and or an elevation of your academic or work skills. The combination of these two, Mars in the 8th and Venus in the 9th, is really quite dynamic, because your internal experiences are deeply passionate, deeply almost revolutionary, and your external experiences are also extended out in a way to bring the world closer to you. That is the experiences of broader world cultural input, but also your influence over the world is also blessed. So for your internal life and your external life, we have quite a dynamic, transformative series of events coming, which we're going to explore next in the tarot forecast. So thank you very much for joining me. If you would like a private and personal reading, there's links below. And I want to say thank you for all your messages. If there's something in these readings that you feel resonate with you, please put it in the message box. Share it with us if you will, because it might help somebody else who's going through the same thing, and it builds a sort of community of people who help each other. So thank you very much, and I will see you in the tarot forecast coming up. Namaste and aloha. Welcome, Leo, to your tarot forecast for March 2026. Again, relevant to you if your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising sign is Leo. Here are my cards, and I have shuffled them already, but I want to shuffle a little more in front of you. First, I'm going to put in 2 reversals deliberately. I don't want too many in there because the cards can be interpreted in many different ways, upright or reversed, and so it makes it less complicated. And if we get a reversal, it's really quite significant. All right, so let's shuffle just a little more. This is a 4-card spread. The first card represents the overall energy of the month. The second is your challenge. The second position is your challenge. The third will be the unexpected, but you hadn't anticipated. And the fourth will be the outcome. And I'll try to correlate it, the reading in general, to the astrological forecast that preceded this. So let's begin your reading. In the position of the overall energy or mood, energetic theme of the month, we have a beautiful Cups card. Hold on just a second, let me put this in the frame so that you can see it, and it holds it steady for us as I describe what this means for you, Leo. This is the knight who's the romantic knight. He's the idealist. So this is romantic idealism rather than hard, cold logic. It suggests that you're going to be taking a very soft approach to some harsh reality. Decisions regarding money, inheritance, or shared assets are influenced by deep hidden feelings. You may not want to rock the boat. You want to maintain harmony and not allow the discordant energy to shake you. But there's a strong emphasis on romance with this card. This is considered to be the knight in shining armor. Perhaps somebody will sweep you off your feet. But the only caution is that if it looks too good to be true, it just might be too good to be true. But on the other hand, it could be absolutely real. The romance, the idealism, whether it's embodied in a partner, that would be Mars in the 8th partnership, or a romantic partner. There's a sort of a deep connection with this person or this experience. Sort of a fairy tale idealistic connection. But the overall vibration is very sensitive, romantic, even dreamy. as long as it's not escapist in its ramifications. Now, with Venus in the 9th house, this card, the Knight of Cups, signifies a journey driven by the heart or your intuition. A journey, a trip, driven by the heart or by your intuition. But it seems that you're actively pursuing goals that provide emotional fulfillment and creative inspiration. The Knight is also a messenger, delivering messages, signaling success, messages about some success, some win. Or it could be success in the outcome of an educational course, an application, a test. Or it could also be some sort of creative pilgrimage, a journey that brings rich emotional rewards. But all in all, definitely the heart wins over logic in whatever situation this pertains to for you. So let's place this in the other pouch on the side, and I'll retrieve the cards, and we move into the second position. The second position is that of the challenge of the month. And we have a major arcana challenge, and that is Lovers. Well, we've got two cards that indicate important love connection energy, but it is in the position of the challenge. So there may be a conflict of values between you and a partner. Lovers is about where you decide what you're willing to sacrifice to maintain the connection or the financial agreement that is on the table. Maybe there's a test of a significant relationship where honesty and beyond surface level interactions need to progress into deeper soul levels of commitment. So you move in together, you marry, you get a joint bank account. This could also point to a difficult business partnership or a choice regarding joint finances, consequently. Maybe you won't be able to agree on monies that you hold with someone else, or an inheritance dispute. This may come as a significant moment of choice, where you need to be cautious, as when a choice is made, there'll be no going back. If it's internal, if all this is internal, you may just be at war with yourself, torn between duty, responsibility, and more heart-driven choices, decisions. This could also indicate a sort of a general stay or go dilemma. Do I stay? Do I go? What do I do? Especially Venus in the ninth, giving you the urge to travel, to broaden your horizons. So staying for love, or going for a major opportunity to expand your educational horizons, or travel, again, horizons, stay or go. Could be just a misalignment of goals within a relationship or a partnership. Sometimes it's just the inability to commit to one path, because both seem equally attractive or equally risky. This is about priorities, prioritizing growth over mere pleasure. So that is the challenge of the month. Let's put the card right here, and let's move on to the position of the unexpected. Give me a moment. Whoa. Well, I hadn't anticipated this, but here we have another major arcana card, the Tower. The Tower. Nothing to be afraid of. It really is, I think of the Tower as a deep cleanse. An unexpected deep cleanse that could be a sort of jarring or experience, but it's upheaval that shatters existing foundations. As you can see, the tower is falling, having been hit by a bolt of lightning. So it's upheaval that shatters existing foundations, or to reveal truths, deeper truths. Could be about sudden news, a non-negotiable end to a long-standing situation, which is good. This implies a radical shift in reality, where your identity, your very identity, is being challenged, or deeply held belief systems are being dismantled. So for some, it could be a sudden financial crisis. Maybe your financial security was built on shaky ground, forcing you to confront certain truths about your debt or joint investments. This could be about a sudden revelation about an intense sexual or emotional connection. Mars in the 8th. Whatever this points to, it seems to be outside of your control. But while this shock may feel disconcerting, chaotic, the purpose of this shock is to liberate you, to make room for something far more real and more authentic. So some of you may experience an unexpected breakthrough moment, a sudden change in perhaps your academic path, or in travel, sudden travel plan disruptions, an emergency, or a transformative journey or trip that changes your perspective on life. That is the unexpected Tower. Wow, all right. What a month this will be for you, Leo. Earth-shaking. Let's see how it all ends. The outcome. Wow. The earth shakes, and then the earth settles into the 10 of Pentacles, an earth card. This is the penultimate earth card, the very last in the series. So, as you see, there's a multi-generational family who are united in their material welfare. The card is called Wealth. We have Mars in the 8th, where you may be privy to sudden wealth. But this is, in general, an exceptionally positive omen, signaling success in the culmination of a long journey, a long material journey, bringing with it permanent stability and a legacy of wealth. So this could be referring to a will or an estate plan being finalized, an orderly passing down of assets, a lump sum, a windfall. It could mean the successful management of shared resources, Mars in the 8th. So what it does is it speaks about or assures that everyone in your circle, your community, your family is accounted for and is made secure materially. So this refers to long-term stability, with the Tower suggesting short-term shock or chaos. This is the resolution of that chaos. You could be completing an academic degree or program and will have reached a sort of pinnacle of your educational journey, with some bumps here and there indicated by the Tower energy. Nonetheless, at the end, you receive institutional support. You may be traveling to reconnect with your ancestral roots, Venus in the 9th. Or you reach some family milestone, wealth gained through family support or through your travels. Or you could just be finding a home that feels more spiritually aligned with you. Generally, you're just building a solid foundation that generates abundance for your future and the future of your family. That is your forecast for March 2026. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you have the most incredible month of your life, Leo. Let me know. I appreciate your support, and if you would like a personal and private reading to investigate this even further, there are links below. Thank you, namaste, and aloha.